From introducing an unlikely hero to uniting the free world, even our horrific war has silver linings. We can then use these beacons of light to rekindle our hope for the future in even the darkest of times. Finding silver linings in seemingly hopeless news is hard to do. Let's team up and look for them together on this episode of What's Good About XYZ. What's good about the war in Ukraine? A popular comedian, Volodymyr Zelensky, began his political life by literally playing one on TV. As the fictitious president Holoborodko, he fired political daggers with his comedy to create a sensation that was especially popular with young people and those with a strong desire to see Ukraine solidify their independence and place in the free world, striving to break loose from the grip of Putin and Russia's aggression. Little did he know he would soon, off the television screen, be elected as the real president of Ukraine. He'd be tasked with leading the nation while it's embroiled in a war in the east, and a Russian president in Putin openly questioning his ability, will, and determination to lead his country. He stepped into the presidency, ready to continue the path towards complete Ukrainian unity, freedom, and independence, all while striving for peace.
Throughout my life, I've been trying to do everything I can to make Ukrainians smile. I felt with my heart that it wasn't just my job, it was my mission. In the next 5 years, I will do everything so that you, Ukrainians, don't cry. Thank you.
Unfortunately, Putin's aggressions became violent, and women, children, and all Ukrainian citizens were now in danger. This was Ukraine's opportunity to earn their way into enduring independence by defending from an aggressive, violent, and inhumane invader. It turns out that the prize may end up being a stronger alliance with the West and NATO expanding its borders.
We can see our military victories and enemies' losses. We expect that the fight will be over sooner, that the occupants will fail sooner. But it is life, it is war. It is a fight. We still need time. We still need patience, our wisdom, energy and ability to do our job at the highest level to reach the victory together. It is impossible to say how many days we still have to free Ukrainian land, but we can say we will do it because we want it. We have already turned a strategic turning point. We are moving towards our goal, towards our victory. It is a patriotic war, a war against a very stubborn enemy which does not pay attention to thousands of its own killed people, killed soldiers, which collects reservists and conscripts to throw them into the hell of this war. Across our entire territory, this spring, as much as any spring, we must make a full-fledged sowing campaign. As much as possible, it depends on people and situations, because it is about life. Life is important. It is about our life, our dreams, our future, and hence our victory.
Tonight, solidarity with Ukraine is growing around the world as local governments, businesses, and students are taking action. In sports, the National Hockey League suspended relationships with business partners in Russia and paused its Russian-based social and digital media sites. FIFA and the Union of European Football Associations also suspended Russia's national teams from international soccer competitions. In music, the band Green Day says it will not play its planned May concert in Moscow. And it's not just on Earth. Support for the country has launched into space. On Saturday, the country's vice prime minister challenged Tesla CEO Elon Musk to provide satellite internet service in Ukraine. Hours later, mission accomplished. Musk tweeted, Starlink service is now active in Ukraine with more terminals en route. Back on Earth, New York, Maryland, and Colorado leadership have called for an end to state economic ties to Russian entities.
We're not doing anything to support Russia in any way or their economy.
Several state governors have even called for an end to the sale of Russian alcohol.
Evil Pie is going to be offering $5 F. Putin shots of Ukrainian vodka.
With many U.S. liquor stores now promoting the sale of Ukrainian alcohol. The solidarity extended from the Sunday night red carpet
say a word about Ukraine
to the soccer field. One Ukrainian soccer player moved to tears. The crowd in Portugal cheered for him and his countrymen. In New York, Saturday Night Live invited the Ukrainian Choir of New York to open its show. And Monday night, students gathered to mourn and protest.
I'm calling for Putin to stop the war in Ukraine.
As Russian forces continue to blast Ukraine, Ukrainians and those standing with them hope for an end to the violence.
Putin's invasion of Ukraine misinterpreted the power of the free world. Many nations imposed economic sanctions that required suspending of their stock market and freezing the money once thought of as a war chest. Businesses suspended Russian accounts, citizens took to the streets, even in Russia, and above all, NATO's resolve has been a beacon of light for the free world. Putin estimated a fractured free world, but found out alliances are strong and are growing stronger and further reaching each day of his war.
Putin was seeking to divide the European Union, to weaken NATO, and to break the international community. He has achieved exactly the opposite. We are more united than ever.
The prime ministers of Finland and Sweden took a major step forward towards joining the NATO alliance.
The European security architecture have changed fundamentally after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. We need to assess how our possible NATO membership would respond to our security needs. We also need to be very frank about consequences and risks.
We have to really think through what is best for Sweden and our security and our peace in this new situation.
Is this a direct result of the war in Ukraine, and where are they in that process?
Yes, that is a direct result of the war in Ukraine. Finland has a very long border with Russia, 1,300 kilometers. The message from NATO and from me is that it is for Finland to decide. We will respect the decision regardless of what the conclusion will be. But if Finland decides to apply for membership, I am confident that NATO allies will warmly welcome them, and we can quite quickly make the decision to have them as a member of the alliance.
From musicians offering relief through song to heroes emerging from military ranks and beyond, Ukrainians are showing what it means to be free and how a country fights off an aggressive, hostile foreign power.
Противном случае по вам будет нанесен бомбово-штурмовой удар. Длинный остров. Я русский корабль. Повторяю. Предлагаю сложить оружие, сдаться, иначе по вам будет нанесен удар. Как поняли меня? Прием. Русский военный корабль, иди нахуй.
А хто ви такі? Які вчення? Звідки ви? Які вчення? Ви що, росіяни?
Да.
Якого хера ви тут робите?
Ну, сейчас наш с вами разговор ни к чему не приведет.
Вы оккупанты, вы фашисты, вы пришли на нашу землю.
Хорошо.
Какого хера вы пришли с оружием к нам?
Кто сказал?
Возьмите семечки, положите сырые, чтобы хоть подсолнухи росли, когда вы здесь ляжете.
Сейчас наш разговор ни к чему не приведет. Давайте не будем усугублять эту ситуацию. Пожалуйста.
Как усугублять
Пожалуйста,
ситуацию?
не будем усугублять ситуацию. Наш с вами
Ребята,
разговор ни к чему не
ребята,
приведет.
положите в карманы
Ничего не
семечки.
решит. Наш с вами разговор.
Я поняла, положите семечки или
Хорошо.
семена цветов. Вы здесь семенами и ляжете.
Сделаю.
Вы
Да,
пришли
хорошо.
на мою землю.
Хорошо, я вас выслушал.
Вы понимаете?
Я вас
Вы
выслушал.
оккупанты.
Хорошо.
Вы враги.
Да.
И вы уже с этой секунды прокляты.
Да.
Я вам отвечаю.
Все. Теперь послушайте меня.
Я вас услышала.
Не будем усугублять ситуацию, пройдите.
А куда уже усугублять? Вы пришли, блядь, непрошенные твари, конченые.
Сломались, пацаны. Сломались. Можно оттащить на Россию обратно. А вы хоть знаете, куда вы едете?
Нет.
Куда? На Киев, блядь, хуярите. Да. Ну, у вас пока все на нашей стороне. Ваши и плен сдаются хорошо. Потому что тоже пацаны не знают, куда ехать, блядь. И я вот всю колонну пообспрашивал, таких как вы, никто не в курсе вообще, кто куда едет.
The bad outweighs the good in war, but through the valor of a comedian, uniting of the free world, and the enduring power of the human spirit longing to be free, we have found some good in a seemingly hopeless situation.
Пішов сніг. Ось така весна. Ну, яка війна, така й весна. Сувора. Але все одно нормально. Всіх переможемо.